All right, so what we are going to do is instead of visiting Instagram Head's Instagram profile and playing his stories there, we are going to download those stories just for the ease of this video to be able to pause and then react to those videos or even skim through those videos, go to the earlier part. So we are just gonna jump into the Telegram to download his stories. So it's just a Telegram bot where I'd be putting his Instagram handle. This is the Instagram handle of Instagram Head, and hit enter. This bot should download all the live stories that are up on this profile right now, and then it will be easier for us to download the story option. Then it will be easy for us to pause and play and react to those videos. So these stories are actually shown or downloaded by the bot in the reverse order. So let's wait for all the stories to get downloaded, and then we will work our way from down to up. Just a couple of days ago, Mark Zuckerberg and Adam Mosseri announced certain updates, so I am curious to what he has got. And also they are working on this secret, as for the Mark Zuckerberg, the secret text-based app. So let's see if he is going to reveal about it anything, so that we will get more idea about how it's going to impact our marketing efforts on Instagram, because it's going to get connected to our Instagram. Our Instagram followers will get the notification, and our Instagram username would be transferred over to this app. And not just that, but even our Meta verified subscription would also roll over to that app. So let's see. Instagram Head refused to talk about it when Mark Zuckerberg asked him publicly about this. Let's see.
All right, I gotta run. Lots to do on this Friday.
We open the last story. So I guess turns out it does not download in the reverse order. I guess last time it did. Anyways,
There's no one.
how long should a reel be? Depends. Or let's no, then I'll be biased if I hear his answer. How long should a reel be? Now, from a marketing standpoint, it all depends on your audience to start with. Whether your audience like to consume long videos or short videos. Do they like to consume you telling them a story, or just lip syncing or jumping on a trend? In fact, I have seen, if you want to talk, yes, you can talk. And if you have got that audience who would just keep on watching your videos, on TikTok, long form videos, more than a minute long videos are doing pretty well. So if that audience is something that you have on Instagram, then yeah, it's good for you. But I've seen is there were many viral videos where people are just saying one or two sentences, and that's it. That was the video, 4 to 5 seconds. That's it. I've never seen a viral video that was beyond 1 minute long. So yeah, that's what it is. But again, virality does not equal sales. Virality does not equal brand deals if you're a creator. So that's the question over there. But again, yeah, depends on a lot of variables. Your audience, your purpose, that is brand deals, sales, or just attention or watch hours. But Instagram Head might give us an insights about how does algorithm treat shorter videos compared to longer videos. Let's see if he has got anything to say about that. Any insights?
Answer to this, unfortunately, no silver bullets with ranking in general, but generally shorter tends to do.
His typical answer: no silver bullet. And Actually, he's right because Instagram is such a huge platform, and not one advice would apply to everybody. And that is the reason why I have one-on-one consultation services.
There's no one answer to this, unfortunately. No silver bullets with ranking in general, but generally shorter tends to do better to a point. You don't want to get super short, like a couple of seconds, but try different things out, see what resonates with your followers, because it might be different than what resonates with someone else's followers.
Yeah, and
There's no one answer.
he actually says about followers. What do your followers like? But if we compare now versus what it was few months back on Instagram, I would say now your content is being more pushed among the public who do not follow you yet than your own followers. Now it is more common than earlier to see profiles that have less followers, even less than 10,000 or even sometimes 5,000, and they have got more than one reel that went viral, and not just viral for them, but in general viral, in a sense that they have got more than 1 million reel plays on more than one reels, and still they are just at below 10k or 5k. And not to mention, there are even more accounts now that have reel plays in hundreds of thousands, but they don't even have more than 10k followers. So yeah, and yeah, not to mention few people complaining that their own followers are not being able to see their content. So it depends on, we also gotta take into consideration the audience that might not follow us but actually be interested in our content, thereby boosting our reel plays. Now it's a huge topic actually. Number of followers versus the number of reel plays or reach that we get now. But I'll maybe create another separate video for that. Yeah, so there is no silver bullet. Depends is what was the answer. Let's see. Next one is, yeah, this one. Are collaborative collections useful? Collaborative collections. They certainly are. Actually, I posted a video about collaborative collections. I received more comments than any other video on my YouTube channel about collaborative collections. People are more curious. People have got questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? Is there a way to do this? Is there a way to do that? So yeah, I don't know what this person is coming from. One thing, the problematic thing, actually I was planning to make a video for this. The problem with collaborative collections is when you save a post or a reel to a collaborative collection, it will not just go to that particular saved folder, but also would get added to the chat. So it might cloud up, my shared posts might cloud up your group chat, or if it's just one person, then your chat with that particular person. So a workaround could be, okay, I'll create a video about it as well separately, but right now as we're speaking of that, you can add any celebrity account in a group. Okay, now it'll just get longer. I'll create a different video. Actually, this one I didn't get it. Okay.
If you're in If you're into saving things, I think they're really valuable. I use it to share a bunch of different possible travel places to go with my wife and football highlights with a friend of mine. But, for each person, what they're interested in is different. And if they've got someone with shared interests, it can be a pretty fun way to share what you find and discover on Instagram. If you're into saving things, I think they're really valuable. I use it to share a bunch of different possible travel places to go with my wife and football highlights with a friend of mine.
Okay. So in a business scenario, when you are using Instagram for commercial purposes, if you have more than one person working on your page, let's say your intern or your video editor or anybody or your business partner, these collaborative collections can actually help when we have to talk about certain stuff. And especially when you have categories to divide your posts into. So it really depends on what kind of business you have. If you have any workforce, um, yeah, and even for artists, they could have a group. I mean, they are also planning to launch group profiles. I talked about group profiles in detail in my earlier live, um, where I was reacting to the announcement that they made on their broadcast channels a couple of days ago. I might just link it at the top somewhere here. Um, yeah, that's what I can think of top of my head. Okay, cool. Let's get to the next one.
If you're into saving things,
I played the same video. What would you use notes and broadcast channels? What's the difference? Okay, there is a huge difference.
notes are a way just to let the people who you follow know what you're up to right now. Really a conversation.
Actually, they also were testing a feature where they can show these notes to your followers whom, I mean, we can show the notes to our followers whom we may not be following back. Right now, Instagram notes can only be shown to people whom we are also following or we are following back. Okay, let's see.
Starter, whereas a broadcast channel is a way to reach a much broader audience of people who are really passionate about whatever it is that you do. Notes are a way to
On Instagram notes is just 60 characters limit. On broadcast channels, you can treat it just like a group chat where you can add text, images, videos, and even share posts. Okay, so he's just educating about his product. So far, how long should, so this is just a one question where he touched upon something related to marketing. Rest is just the product education or telling people about his product and product features. Your notes. Let's see what we've got here. Got your chat with Mark on his channel. How does that work? Okay.
So if you have a broadcast channel, what you can do is you can add someone else to that channel as well, so you can talk to each other while in that channel, and it goes to everyone who follows that channel. We're rolling this out over time, but it's a pretty fun way for creators to interact in public and engage with their followers in a way that is a bit more natural. I think people are getting more and more used to consuming content in a messaging format, so we're trying to lean into that.
Yeah.
So if you have
That just reminds me of, there doesn't seem to be any platform out there till now where, I mean, just imagine Tyler Swift and Justin Bieber both create a broadcast channel and they talk to each other, and you can witness their live chat as it happens. And there is a Twitter, but the way people would write on Twitter versus people might write in a group chat or broadcast channel would be totally different. And here it would be, as you said, more natural and informal. Would be the chats would be more informal and natural. The conversation would be informal and natural. So yeah, it would be interesting to see. And even as I said, I mean, I talked about this in detail in my earlier live, where I talked about possibilities of entertainment or creators for entertainment industry using these broadcast channels. Create something like Big Brother or something like podcast where uh, your celebrities are getting interviewed, not live, but it would be just, as I said, Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber talking to each other, and it's just that particular broadcast channel. So it would be really interesting to, let's say, if I am Instagram marketing professional. So right now, I can collaborate with other Instagram marketing professionals through live as well as through reels or other posts. But if I have got broadcast channel with them, we can combine our forces or followers together even over there. So if we can talk about Instagram updates, for example, and people would know about it. So yeah, that would be another way for people to consume content, stay up to date with Instagram uh, updates, news. Yeah, it's a good actually. Let's see. Next one.
I've been
Let's skip that. Yeah, this is something that they launched recently. I didn't like it. They had launched it earlier, then they discontinued it, and now they launched it again. Let's see what he has got to say.
I should, but not much yet. Honestly, I'm a little bit more of an emoji guy, but looking forward to seeing what people do. I should.
Yeah, okay. Not much to talk about that in terms of marketing, actually. I mean, I did again in my last live. Uh, yeah, I might actually create a separate video about it, talking about this feature. Yeah. I recall that. So I talked about using this feature, this GIF in comments feature, to automate comments. What if we can copy GIF to the clipboard and paste it as a comment, because GIF can be more vague instead of a sentence. Yeah, emojis help as well to sound vague, but at the same time, GIFs are more entertaining. Well, I tried. You cannot copy a GIF to the clipboard and paste it. So I guess I tried it in the app. I should try it in on the website on desktop. I'll give the update. I'll try it on desktop. Okay. Who is your most surprising DM friend? Okay. It has got nothing to do with marketing or Instagram. I'm releasing my comedy special on Sunday. What's the best way to promote it on here? Okay. Let's go. Well, I guess
I like
that's
this question because I think some of the most interesting things that happen on Instagram are when they are sort of collaborations with stuff that happens offline as well. Now, if this was just a show, I would say like post about it and you can actually geogate to the location that your show's actually going to be in. Sounds like this is online special, so definitely I would tease it. There's lots of funny ways to do that through either stories or feed, but just try to build up some excitement. You can start a channel about it and have people guess about what's going on using polls. Just find ways to take the different tools that Instagram offers and stitch together something that builds excitement about what it is that you're doing. I'm excited to see it personally.
nice. It's good. It's been a long since he took up any Instagram marketing related question here. Yeah, it's good. I was actually expecting something different. Maybe talking about some new feature that they might have thought would be useful for businesses or creators. But he did not talk about any such feature as such. He just gave normal Instagram marketing uh, advice, which is more leaning towards creativity in marketing than Instagram. No, that's not the question that we are taking. Will you publish feed ranking algorithm like Twitter did. Feed ranking algorithm. I'm not aware of what Twitter did. Let's see.
I don't think publishing all the code is actually that useful for the vast majority of people who can't.
Oh, okay. They publish the code so people can see how the algorithm exactly work. Only the technical people, not the other people.
I don't think publishing all the code is actually that useful for the vast majority of people who can't read the code, but we definitely want to explain how ranking works. I could do a video every year to try to give an update on all the key things, but if there's other specific things you'd like to learn about, let me know. Happy to try to figure out how to communicate that more broadly. The more people understand how ranking works, I think the better, because the more effectively they're going to be able to use Instagram to do what it is that they do, which is also going to be good for Instagram in the end. I don't think the more people understand how ranking works, I think the I don't think public more broadly. The more people understand how ranking works, I think the better, because the more effectively they're going to be able to use Instagram to do what it is that they do, which is also going to be good for Instagram in the end.
Well, okay. So why are you not sharing the code? If you are a technical person and have some insight about it, just curious, just comment down below. Why do you think they might not share the code when they are saying that it is in their interest if people understand how algorithm works? Very curious to listen to Adam Mazari now. Let's see. So the backstory is that earlier we used to put hashtags in stories, and on hashtag pages they had a specific place where you can click and you can start seeing all the stories that had or that contained that particular hashtag. But later they removed it, so it was no longer helpful. And even now, if you search for any keyword, let's forget a hashtag, but keywords, they do not show up stories. So I don't know if stories are really helpful in any way for searchability. Let's see what he has got to say.
Not particularly, because searchability is only really useful for things that are around forever, and so stories disappear after 24 hours. So no one's going to find your story after 24 hours because you added a hashtag to it. Still fun to do, and I think it can be interactive. People can tap on it. That might make not particularly hashtag to it.
Actually, I personally used to enjoy watching stories with a certain hashtag. Specifically, if you had um, something that you want to see live, let's say what's happening right now, today, something of that sort. You can do that in terms of locations right now. On location pages, you can see the stories, but not hashtags. Anyways, I don't know why did they remove it.
All right, I got to run. Lots to do on this.
All right, so yeah, that was it. I was hoping to have him talk about some new updates, but they just announced them a couple of days ago, and he still did not. He still is not ready to talk about their new text-based app. So yeah, I guess that's it. Let me know what are your thoughts about uh, any of these videos that he published on his story.